Welcome back, I'm DRN and this is Mechabellum, a 1 vs 1 auto battler where giant mechs blast each other to bits with missiles and rockets. Today's a bit special, we're going into our first tournament since a major patch yesterday, where they added 3 new rare units. Hopefully we can find some and try them out. Here we go. Our opponent's going to be Chondrak, who's not played anyone I recognise, so this should be interesting. You may also notice the UI has changed quite a lot. It kind of reminds me of StarCraft 2 right now. Okay, so quick supply would be quite nice. We could throw 1,000,001 Phoenixes at him, but then we wouldn't have any chaff clear. Aerial looks pretty solid there as well, and so does Elite. But I want to go heavy armour because crawlers are now a little bit different, and heavy armour crawlers can survive an arc-light shot. Part of yesterday's patch was a rebalancing of some of the units, and crawlers got a health buff. Oh, but that won't matter, our opponent has tanks and is marksman specialist, so none of what I said matters. Oh well. Right, let's just do our usual setup. Tanks in the front, crawlers from behind, 2 in front, 2 to the side of the tower. He's got tanks and fangs, so he's likely to use fangs as a front line. And late game they're very strong, so I'm going to leave a little gap for our crawlers to the tower, for us to put some horizontal fangs behind if we need. He's got a great start here, he's got chaff clear, chaff and anti-air all rolled into one. So he's a little ahead of curve right now. I'm a big fan of marksman specialists these days. Starting with a big sniper that can one-shot tanks is huge. What do we go for here? You've got a choice, you can either get an extra set of tanks, some extra crawlers, or something different. Normally my advice would be to get snipers, so you've got anti-air already. But I'm going to unlock fangs and get some extra crawlers. Because I want our crawlers to overwhelm his tanks, and then get onto the sniper and get some XP. Let's see what he's thinking. Ooh, he's played aggression. And he's gone with an extra set of tanks, so our extra crawlers are kind of wasteful here. He's further forward than I expected, so his sniper's going to get onto our tanks before our crawlers get in front. That's annoying. We've been punished for leaving the fang gap behind the towers. This happens, but never mind. We'll just have to cover the tanks with some fangs next turn. Already down 3 tanks in the blink of an eye. We need these crawlers to get through these tanks and then get onto that sniper. There's no way we're going to win this round, but what we can do is get that experience from the big sniper. No, a pipe dream again. Not a chance. Great start for our opponent here, the extra tanks were just what he needed. And because he started with the extra sniper, he's not down a unit compared to what he would be if he just bought 1 unit normally. So we are very behind on tempo, we need to cover our tanks, catch up on tempo, and get some anti-air this turn. That's quite a lot to do with 400 gold. Oh, and none of these fit the bill. The new unit, the Fire Badge, is exciting, but I don't think it suits us here. We're not getting overwhelmed by chaff, and we can't protect them. Does he have anti-air on his snipers? If he doesn't, we might go Wraith. Nope, he does. And does he have armour on his tanks? Yes, he does. So that really puts the nail in the coffin of the Fire Badger choice there. So it's Rhinos or Arclights. So that's Rhinos every day of the week versus this many tanks. They're not great into a huge sniper, but it is what it is. Do we do aggressive Rhinos or defensive Rhinos? Do I want them soaking bullets at the start of the round, or killing stuff at the end of the round? I think killing stuff in the middle of the round sounds good to me. So that means somewhere in the middle of the crawlers. Here we go. And he's heavy on the right, so we're heavy on the right. Then we need some fangs, so that we don't lose 3 tanks in the blink of an eye again. Left myself a gap of 4 there, so we'll put a giant behind if we need. And then we're going to buy some more tanks of our own. Haven't really answered the anti-air problem, which might be a bad choice when there was a free Wraith offered. But if he takes the Wraith, we just take snipers with anti-air. So it only wins in 1 round, it's not that scary. Oh, almost forgot to unlock a unit. Oh, and there we are, he did notice our lack of anti-air, he's gone Wraith. So he wins this round, yet again. But we'll just buy some snipers next round and deal with it. It's very far forward, I've got to say. Is he trying to bait an over-response and then sell out? Don't know. So in a Mechabellum army, you need 4 things at all times. You need chaff, something to soak bullets. You need anti-chaff, something to clear the chaff off quickly and efficiently with AoE. You need anti-air, which I don't have here. And you need a carry to do damage. And some units can fill multiple roles, which makes them very powerful. If you've been watching for a while, you know I love tanks, because they're kind of chaff that also kills other chaff. But then you've got things like Overlords, boats, which are good at anti-air and good carries, and fantastic at chaff clearing right now. So that's why they're kind of overpowered, and we'll keep getting hit by the nerf bat until they no longer excel at one of those 3 roles. I'm tempted to get a melting point as a catch-all answer to everything he's got. I've not had any success with extended range sledgehammer since Scorpions were added to the game. I'd love barrier, but then we can't actually afford a giant because it would cost 200 to unlock and then 400 to buy, and we'd only have 500 left over. Yes, we are not giant specialists, had to double check. Sometimes I forget, and then I'm kicking myself for not buying a giant early enough. Right, so we've got to answer that Wraith. And I really want to level up these tanks. It's so frustrating. Extended range sledgehammer I would love to have, but it's never worked for me. The loss of health is so important to tanks who are meant to be a frontline unit, and then sitting further back, again, loss of frontline. Speed Specialist is a decent choice, it's always a safe option. Speed is always a powerful stat that's very hard to see the impact of. So yeah, we're going speed and we need some snipers. Sorry I spent so long talking about the options there. For some of you that would have been really obvious, but I'm trying to explain my choices as I go through. Please do always feel free to speed up the video if I'm going too slow. Now, where do I want this sniper? I think here's fine. I want to level up these tanks. What the? Why did you come back to my hand? What on earth? Sir, pick me! Pick me! Pick me! Sir, sir! Calm down, Billy, calm down. I'm sorry, I don't know why I picked Billy as a name there. Right, let's get a few more fangs to cover the front line. Hopefully the Wraith won't annihilate them now we've got a few snipers. Little bit worried about a Wraith flank here or here. The classic play is you drop a set of crawlers with a Wraith behind. But nope, we've got some more tanks and another frontline Wraith. What on earth? Well, we can go anti-air without guilt then. Don't have to worry about him selling both of them. I'm starting to get nervous now. I think he's psychic. He's picking off our fangs every turn with Wraiths. What have those fangs done to you? Why must you kill them with such hate and anger? They're just fangs. I have no idea what he's got against fangs. One of them must have killed his brother or something. Eee. Snipers doing their job, bringing them down. Nice. Get some levels on that. Avenge our fallen fang comrades. Oof. But we've lost the tank battle once again. That's a pain. He's going to have level 2 tanks across the board, slaughtering our tanks. Starting to feel the pressure now. Half health, one bad round with some giants and we're in trouble. What? Only one of our snipers got a level up? Oh, he didn't, but he killed a Wraith. Ooh, if you look at my health and you look at his health, I think Storm or Nuke are reasonable options here for him, so we kind of have to match. Or he can blow us up and end the game. But then if he doesn't take it and we do, we're 350 gold down on the board for the rest of the game. It's a bit harsh for us here. We have to take it and he doesn't. Means this turn we can only spend pennies on our actual army, which is terrible. Let's overlap his Wraiths and try and weaken them, and hopefully we get that sniper as well. Upgrade you, double the stats, half the price. This does mean we're going to have to wait a turn to get a tank tempo going. I wanted to get Mechanical Rage on them, but we can't afford it. Let's drop a shield here, let's grab another sniper. Got to use our free unit drops wherever we can, or we'll fall even further behind on board strength. Is there anything super sneaky we can do here? Ooh, he's open to an aerial flank. We just don't have the money for it, unfortunately. We feel so open to a mobile beacon this way. If I was him, I'd drop 2 overlords with mobile beacon and end the game. Ooh, he's gone with a missile. Cheeky. No storms. What's he spent his money on? Some extra crawlers. There's no upgrades on the Wraiths, there's no upgrades on the tanks, just levels. Okay, fair enough. Oh, our own storm is catching our own rhino. Maybe I could have positioned that better. Wait, is he talking about the rhino or the storm? Yes. Shield's doing work slowing down that Wraith, but our tanks are just outside it, unfortunately. It's bought us a lot of time there. Wraiths are terrible at breaking shields now. Maybe I should have picked up a couple in the earlier rounds, try and save some health. He's still got so many tanks alive. But I don't like wasting money on power that isn't on board the next turn. Why can't I draw a box with the mouse this turn? Some turns I can, sometimes I can't. I'm never quite sure why. Sorry, it's not that important, but I'd like to know why. I think it makes it easier for people to follow what I'm talking about. We were lucky to kill both towers at the same time there. The debuffs kind of cancel themselves out then. But yeah, we're only just winning, and this was a turn where we had Storm. Oof. I think we have to go senior defense here. It would have been nice to go subsidize crawl and save a ton of money on level ups, but he's got so many tanks that the crawls are never going to be the deciding unit, whereas these snipers will do work. He's put an item on his level 2 Wraith, so I don't think he's going to sell it, so I think we can definitely go anti-air now. So many upgrades, yes! So much value, and I think we just need to fill these holes with fangs, and keep the crawlers and tanks away from our precious snipers. These fangs will die to those Wraiths if we don't pick them off with the snipers, but with the anti-air tech I'm fairly confident we'll be fine now. The bonus range against air units means it picks them out if there's nothing closer, and he's got a haste module on this big Wraith, so it's going to run in super fast. Right, let's see what he's thinking. Ooh, Scorpion, good choice. Needs range though to function if he's behind the tanks. I've heard another unit drop and I can't see it. Oh, it's these midline crawlers, which he's taken Replicate on, interesting. So he's got better anti-tank with the Scorpion and better anti-crawler with the crawlers that replicate. Shield, that won't save your Wraith. Yeah, it's not in range of the snipers, the sniper will still pick the aircraft first. Yeah, and he's not in range either, good. Right, let's see what a difference anti-air makes on our snipers. Wow, look at how fast this Wraith is. It's just Leroy Jenkins straight to the front line. Oof, 3 shots and he's gone, but he's done a lot of damage first. Oh, our Rhinos are getting stuck on crawlers now rather than bashing tanks in. We need Whirlwind, but we also need answers to Scorpions. He's won the chaff fight because his crawlers got Replicate now. That's a problem, our tanks don't shoot fast enough either. That's the problem with diversifying between Fangs and crawlers, you can't just get one tech and upgrade all your chaff. Ooh, I think we're going to lose this, but only just, and the difference is the crawlers and that Scorpion. Ugh, he's keeping the shields up as well, that's a pain. Oh, we need to win this game. If we don't win it, we're going to be in a loser's bracket for the whole tournament. That'll be terrible. I was kind of hoping we'd be offered boats, but the boats are not here. But we do have the new Typhoon. Ooh, level 4 as well. Editing DRN here. Typhoons are a new rare unit that you only get from unit cards. They're a pair of Gatling guns on legs. They're like a big Mustang, crossed with a Droideka, a destroyer from Star Wars. They look really cool when they get shield bubble. They're great versus chaff and lighter units, but they cost 300, so a little bit expensive. I think they're a really good addition to the game. I'll hand you back to live DRN. Right, I'm going to take the new Typhoon because it's kind of cool. I probably don't want it facing off against a Scorpion though, so I'll move him over here. I want him here catching these late arriving crawlers. He's higher level, so getting shields on him would be quite good, but we've only got 1 unit of it, so it's probably a bit much to invest in attack just yet. So yeah, the Typhoon's a new unit. It's a rare card only, you can't buy it normally. Think of him as a Mustang's big brother. I'll probably edit in a little explanation of what it is. So thanks, Editing DRN, future me. You're welcome. Now please, focus on the game. The problem is they cost 300, so they're very expensive. I think we still need Mechanical Rage in our tanks though to clear out even more of his chaff, and because tanks are forming such a large part of our damage right now. And let's get some more because we just bought an upgrade for them. And then we need to think about what we're going to do with our crawlers of our own. He's gone Replicate, so we can just match that and balance out any and all advantage he had from it. We've not upgraded our Rhinos, we're kind of neglecting them. But we've only got finite money, so have to do what we can. We're a bit low on health, so I'm going to push and buy some more units. Let's get some more crawlers. I'm going to drop them over here. Yeah, over here is fine. I think he's going to progress across and have an extra tank line next turn. And then we could take temporary range, but I don't think it'll make much difference. I'm happy just leaving it. Ooh, another cheeky missile, and he's taking the Stormcallers. Uh-oh, we're in trouble. Why didn't I buy anti-missile devices? Oh, I'm an idiot. Such an obvious choice for him, but I was distracted talking about the Typhoons. Right, we need our snipers to bring those birds down fast. Nice. And these Typhoons need to kill everything, so that we can push through crawlers onto his Stormcallers, or we're doomed. Oh, the shield is saving a Scorpion. No! Those Scorpions are such a good choice, they beat every new unit, so he probably knew I was going to experiment with them. Well played, good choices throughout. We're not getting through to his Stormcallers here. Oh, I think he's got us. Yeah, his tank line's held and his Scorpions are killing everything. Oof. Stormcallers were a great choice here. Are we dead? I think we're dead. Please no, please no. Oh no. 7 health! Oh, come on! GG, well played. We died to Stormcallers with 100 gold in the bank. I am an idiot. But let's not take anything away from our opponent. He beat us fair and square. Oh, look at the MMR difference. That is embarrassing. Punished for playing around with the new units. My bad. I shouldn't have gone the Typhoon there, sorry. He'd just shown Scorpions, we could have gone Stormcallers of our own and absolutely annihilated them. I never used these Rhinos properly. I was far too fixated on answering his crawlers when he went Replicate. We could have smashed this game with Rhino carry. I'm really annoyed about this game. I wanted to showcase the power of Typhoons, but trying to force it wasn't the right idea. Right, come on, police off together. Respect your opponent, he played really well. He made the right choice at every unit card, and surprised me with aggressive positioning and aggressive Wraith placement. It's so easy to answer with anti-air marksman that I thought it was a bluff, but they got work done all game long, so I should have taken it more seriously. I went too heavy on tanks, again. I didn't punish his open corners. Our main issue here was the Scorpions, I never answered them, and we didn't have enough chaff screening, so a single missile opened up our entire front line. You saw these tanks die very early, and then he killed off these precious Typhoons so quickly. A single level 1 Scorpion was enough to kill level 4 Typhoons. What I should have done was buy 2 more sets of Typhoons and gone barrier on them, instead of going Mechanical Rage on the tanks and buying an extra set. Or we could have taken to the skies, he only had 1 sniper's anti-air. His board was wide open and I was complacent, thinking we'd be able to come back into it. I did not respect that he had lethal, even though I said we were low on health and pushed. So I deserved to lose this one. Well played, sir. And truth be told, I came into the game with the wrong attitude. I thought, this is the first tournament since the new units have been added, we're going to be messing around and trying out the new units. Our opponent didn't play a single new unit and absolutely annihilated us. Respect the game, come in with a clear mind, not an agenda, or an idea of what you want to play. Play what you need to play, not what you want to play. Or you will lose 40 MMR like me. Ouch. Sorry this wasn't quite the showcase of the new units I was hoping for, but we'll do our best. Well, hope I make the cut. If I have, I'll see you tomorrow for the next round.